Can you hear me? Can you hear? Hey, Blair, how do I turn it off? It's coming out of the computer. How do I turn it? Oh, there. Okay. There you go. So at least that's doing something today. Cool. Yay, it worked today. I don't know what happens in between, but somebody plays with it, and you know what I mean?
I know.
It's like, just leave it the way it is, and when you turn it on, it'll work, but that's too much to ask.
No, it's like my and always experience this class and it's like, what did you do? I just want to show PowerPoint.
Anything you want to do today? Postures, body parts, anything you want to mess with? No requests? All right. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. Do a few rounds of those. Feel the breath. With the inhale, you're going to feel this expansion of the ribs, front to back, top to bottom, side to side. Exhale, you're going to feel the ribs compress, the belly draws in. Listen to yourself breathe. Slow down the beginning of the inhale, push a little more on the end of the exhale. Count out the breath, right? All the little refinements we do. The counting out's important. That's going to be the tempo to our practice that we're going to set up. So as you listen to yourself inhale, it'll be 2 or 3 seconds maybe. And then you'll make your exhale 2 or 3 seconds. So you'll balance it out. And that's what we're going to use in our practice. So when we go from downward dog to plank, that if our inhale is 2 seconds, it should take us 2 full seconds. If our exhale is 2 seconds, it should take us 2 seconds to lower down. And that's how you stay with your breath. And you hear me talk about this one a lot. And I always say something like, this is one of the more challenging things that we do, to truly work with your breath. Because we're going to want to hustle, and we're going to want to move through the poses, and we need to slow down. In life, 2 or 3 seconds isn't always a long time, but here on the mat, there's a lot of different things that you can adjust in 2 or 3 seconds. The longer we can make the breath, the more we can adjust, the deeper the alignment we can find. Find Ujjayi breath maybe, where the air rebounds off the back of the throat. So think of this. For 2 or 3 seconds on the inhale, let your arms lift. Then for 2 or 3 seconds, Let your fingertips and your knuckle pads come together. And for 2 or 3 seconds again, inhale, breathe, fill the ribs. Feel like your hands lifting you up. For 2 or 3 seconds, exhale into the palms of your hands, like that space between your hands. And do a couple rounds here. Now we're sitting up nice and tall. Let the head and the throat slide back a little bit. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out all fours, hands and knees. So hands are an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees are an inch or two behind the hips. Pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out. Mine are always turned out a little bit. That's going to help root the shoulder back. So this is what we're talking about when we do this. See right here where my arm is connected to my shoulder? If my hands are turned in, see this space now? It's not connected. This is what we don't want. So when you turn your hand straight forward or out, this is the feeling that we're looking for here in the shoulder. The heels are going to want to fall in this way. So you're going to sweep them out a little bit so they point straight up to the sky. Start to hug those hands in, forearms in. See your biceps start to engage, these muscles here. They're going to support this elbow joint, so we want that. As the inner heels sweep out, the shins hug in. The heels pull to your butt. Lots of power now in the legs going up into the hips. In the arms, shoulders, chest, upper back. Pull your pelvic floor in, pull your belly in, pull your shutters closed. Now slide the back of your neck to the ceiling. This is what's going to want to happen. So we're going to slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. Take a few breaths. Bring your gaze right across your fingertips. One more breath. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch for 2 or 3 seconds. Your exhale, round for 2 or 3 seconds, whatever the length of your breath is. This is us moving with our breath. And right now, your breath is pretty long, right? Because our heart rates are pretty low. Will that change? Yes, that'll change as we start to link poses up or we start to push the edges on some of these postures. And as the heart rate comes up, then the breath will pick up, right? And then maybe your moves will pick up a little bit. But it'll still be very controllable. One more, and then come to that neutral position, so find that flat back. Bring the right hand behind the head. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across to the eye of that left elbow. Inhale, the elbow goes to the sky for 2 or 3 seconds. Exhale, it comes across the body for 2 or 3 seconds. Let's do 5. Now, keep that action of driving that right knee down into the mat as the elbow goes to the sky. So we really emphasize that twist in the upper back. Now, this is my last one. When you're done with your 5, lower that right hand down, take a breath, swap side 2. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, takes it across the body. Now, this is my last one. When you're done with your 5, we'll meet back in that low mountain. Take the knees back a couple inches. Reach the right leg straight back. Ball of the foot on the floor. Little micro bend in the knee. So try to pull your kneecap towards your waist here instead of pushing your kneecap to the ceiling. That'll keep the hyperextension from happening. Exhale, lower, swap side 2. And as you reach back out of the heel, forward out of the crown of the head, side to side, right? Still expanding in all directions. Exhale, lower, walk the knees back in, all fours. Take a breath here. Step back to plank. The shoulders are going to line up on top of the wrist crease, and you're going to be reaching out of your heels. When you're ready, lift the hips, push back to downward dog. Now, if you want to bend your knees in downward dog, you can always bend your knees. It's going to soften up the pose. It's going to make it a little more accessible. But some of you like to straighten your legs, so let's work the upper body first. Let's hug the hands in, just like we did before. But here, we're going to keep the forearms lifting up away from the mat. We're going to lift the inner biceps up away from the mat. We're going to look towards the heels of our hands, so our neck is engaged. Pelvic floor draws in, belly, shutters close. And then if you want to straighten the legs, you pull your heels to your butt, and you reach from the hips down the back of the legs and out of the bottom of the heels. In the upper body, keep pushing the hands down and forward. Let the chest come back towards the toenails. For 2 or 3 seconds, inhale, come forward to plank. For 2 or 3 seconds, exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. See, it shouldn't be this. Right? That's not how we're breathing. Come on, let's do 5 of these. We're still really controlled on our breath here. Drive into that plank. Push back to that downward dog. As you're driving forward to plank, you're still reaching back out of your heels. And then on this last one, as you come forward to plank, exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take those 3 nice breaths. You can stay low. You can come up high, whatever feels good to you, but it's shoulders back and down away from those ears. After the 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. If it felt better to bend those knees, bend them. If it felt better to straighten your legs, straighten them. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra, 3 breaths. Back of the heart, forward out of the front of the chest. After those 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Front knee up top of the ankle, so it stacks. The tracking is going to be this second toe. So if your knee's falling in, you're going to wind it out a little bit. If it's blowing out the side, you're going to hug it in a little bit. Fingertips are blocks to get those spine nice and straight. Power in the legs, so keep pushing down and keep ripping in. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee. Drag it forward as you inhale. Come up 2 or 3 seconds. Take the arms up overhead. Yep. Reconnect. So for 2 or 3 seconds, you push down, you hug back in, you pull that belly in, those shutters closed. Maybe for 2 or 3 seconds, you curl back in the pose. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the blocks, flip them up, and then shift the hips back, come to baby Hanuman or runner stretch. You can move the back knee back a little bit if it feels a little more comfortable. If you need a little padding, you can always take your mat like this. Flip your mat over when that knee goes down. Now, like we talked about before, I can't push my knee to the floor. That's going to hyperextend. I still got to keep this little micro bend in my knee. I want to pull my kneecap to my waist, and you can see my quads engage when I do that, as compared to my knee going into hyperextension. Keep hugging in towards the big toe mount. It's going to want to do this. So you're going to hug in this way. Now look forward, climb your spine up out of your waist. If you want to stay up tall, stay up tall. If you want to fold down the inside of that leg, go for it. But the chest goes first. This wants to happen. This way, throat back, chest forward, one more breath. Look forward, bend into that lead knee. Place the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. 2 or 3 seconds as you come forward. 2 or 3 seconds as you lower. 2 or 3 seconds to cobra. Right? 2 or 3 seconds to lower down. Stay with your breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Hug that knee to the chest. Hips width apart. We could be a little bit wider. We don't want to be any narrower, but if we need a little more balance, we can always go a little wider. And you can see my hands are just touching the floor. They're more for my mind to feel connected than it is for any kind of weight bearing, right? All the weight's in my legs. You just have a connection here when you bring your hands to the floor. Now keep pushing down and hugging in so that front heel is back and the back toes are forward and the shins are into the midline. The top, the bottom's to push down. And then we redraw from that pelvic floor up through the belly and the shutters. And as we reach back out of the heel, we reach forward out of the knee and the crown of the head, even side to side. And then exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale the arms in front. Maybe curl back. Reach up through your thumbs. Feel the backs of the arms there ignite. And as you curl back that little bit, feel the peel come up that front right thigh. Feel it come up your belly, your chest, your neck, your face, your arms. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the blocks. Flip them up. Right? This moving slow shit's tough. Shift the hips back. I got that micro bend in my knee again, right? As compared to the hyperextension that wants to happen. Hyperextension is your joint going to the back side, like this is the optimal side of the joint, right? Hyperextension is that where it's like the back part, little micro bend. And then get nice and tall if you want to fold. If you want to stay up, stay up. If you want to fold, tall in the spine, so chest goes first. So think of like opposing forces. The back of your neck slides back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and your chest starts to come forward towards your shin. See my hands? Still very light. One more breath. Look forward, bend into that lead knee. Place the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take that nice big reach. Charge those legs up, feet are hips width apart, and they're like train tracks. Oops. It happens, man. It happens. At 51, I'm like, it's beyond me. At 21, I might have been like, oh shit, all day I'd have been thinking about that. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. That wasn't nice. Exhale, fold. So was mine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Now keep the power in the legs here. So you're still pushing in your heels and sweeping the inner heels out. You're still hugging the shins in. You're pulling your kneecaps to your waist. Your heels are to your butt, right? Lots of power in the legs. Now look forward. And as your spine starts to pull forward, you could even drag your fingers back to your toes. Then you can fold a little deeper in the pose. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a big reach. Let that right hand grab that left wrist, take that side bend towards the brick wall. Belly's in, shutters closed. Head forward. Arms back. Yep. Inhale, come up, swap. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, goes a little bit towards that left side. Inhale, breathe again. So you root down, you breathe up, whatever angle you're on. Exhale, goes a little deeper. Inhale, right, again. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up. Release the hands behind your back. Inhale, fill those ribs up with breath. Exhale, take those shoulders back, maybe hands away from your back a little bit. Head and throw back. Power in the legs. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Belly's in, sit bones down so the low back is safe. Reach up. Maybe curl back into this a little bit. Don't let the hips come forward. Work the back bend under your shoulder blades, up in that thoracic spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. So now we play a little bit more, right? We're coming up a little higher, so we're making the challenge a little more difficult. Work the legs. Reach up through the thumbs. Maybe curl back. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Take this right hand, go across the body. Bring the elbow to the outside of the knee. Let the left hand meet the right. Now push them together. Now use that power to start to rotate open. Maybe even start to look up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale, come back to that warrior one. 2 or 3 seconds, right? So that the balance is solid. Then exhale the hands down, step forward. Keep the knees bent. Reach that left leg back. Find the lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. I'm working evenly here. I'm lifting this thigh up, but I'm softening this one down. I'm trying to get this front thigh parallel with the floor the best that I can. Maybe we curl back into that pose. Let the inhale come up. The left hand reaches across the body. See how my side body lengthens? I want that. Now I can bring the elbow to the outside of the knee. The right hand pushes into the left, and I use that force feedback to start to rotate myself open. Power in the legs. Good connection in the core. Reach back out of the heel. Forward out of the knee and the crown of the head, rotating open. One more breath. Inhale, come back to that warrior one. Lock it in. Nice, y'all. Exhale the hands down. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose. See how my butt is going back? Look at my heels are heavy. Look, I can lift the balls of my feet. I cannot lift my heels. Gotta have your heels rooted. Now, pull your bellies in and take your sit bones down towards the floor. So they're not like this way. Lift the arms, sit back deeper. Charge those legs up. Core, lift those arms, sit back deeper. Charge those legs. Core, arms, sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. See, now your breath might have came up a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. As we got into more powerful poses, right? It's gonna bring the heart rate up, so the breath is gonna have to come up a little quicker too, but still very controllable. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Forward fold, same thing here. Your toes should be able to move, not your heels. Arms are plugged in, so maybe a little bend in the elbows will help that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So flow through a little bit. Nice pace, y'all. Shit is hard, right? So much easier to just move fast. But we miss out on all those little moments of connection, right? Where we integrate or we expand. We'll meet back in downward dog. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back towards the toenails. Keep looking towards the heels of your hands. Breathe. As the hands push down and forward and the arms truly go overhead, you're going to see, like if you look to your arms, your cheeks or your ears are going to be in line with your biceps. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin that back heel. Bring the elbow to the knee. Extended side angle. Balance beam pose means the heel's in line with the arch. Plug that left arm in if you need to. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. If you're going to go hand down to the block or the floor, inside or outside the foot. Keep that right side body opening up. Keep that right shoulder rooting back. Yeah, spin those right shoulders back. Now work the opening of the inside of that right thigh. So right sit bone down towards the right heel, or sweeping the heel towards the wall with the window and the door, and the knee is going to open to the bricks. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Come up into warrior 2. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Bow to the inside of that right thigh, humble warrior. Look to the front left corner of your mat so your spine's nice and long. Maybe the arms are reaching up overhead here as we deepen that stretch through the chest, through the arms. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Here's another one of those moments, right? It might have picked up a little bit. Holding these powerful poses are going to lift the heart rate a little, so it's going to have to make the breath go a little faster, but still very controllable. Uncontrollable is like when you're sprinting, right? There's going to be a limit to that. Where we're at, we're in a good work zone here. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel. Climb the elbow to the knee. Keep this thigh rooted back. Keep that knee micro bent. It's even more of a challenge when the leg is straight. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. If the hand's going to go down to the block or the floor, go for it. Power's in those legs, so it works from your feet. Spin that left shoulder back. Keep opening the inside of that left thigh. Maybe even look up in towards, like towards your bicep, right up into your arm. And now breathe. Next inhale, come up tall. Warrior two. When the hands go behind the back, if the left pinky was under, right pinky goes under this time. The uncomfortable way. Bow to the inside of that left thigh. Look to the front right corner of your mat. See how long my spine is? I don't want to look this way. That's just going to the misalignment of my spine out in front of me. Then as the arms come up overhead, I take that deep stretch through the arms and the chest. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up, downward dog. Nice, y'all. Move through one vinyasa. When you get back to downward dog, lower your knees. Take a little break. You can go Vajrasana, which is here. You can even go Yana Mudra. You can go grab a drink, wipe your face. You can go in the child's pose, whatever feels good. Want to close your eyes? Close your eyes. Go back to your breath. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, let's meet all fours, hands, and knees. So we want to turn the hands out. We want a little micro bend in the elbows. So if you need to, you're going to bring your knees forward a little bit. See, that'll let me bend my elbows a touch. I just don't want them to hyperextend. I don't hyperextend in my elbows, but my knees I do. And then pelvic floor in, belly button in, shutters closed. Back of the neck slides to the ceiling. And as you push your hands down, you feel that nice stretch come up the arms. Chest maybe a little bit. Inhale, unwind, sit back on your heels, give that little spin. We'll play with some options on this one. Inhale, come up, exhale, hands down. Turn the hands out. Option one. Option two, the hands come to the midline so your pinkies touch. We step back to plank. Option three, I tend to show you all from the child's pose legs. You're going to take the knees wide so that your big toes are touching. You're going to look forward as the elbows go towards the belly. Legs are going to come up. Yep. Block, right, in the belly will help you get by some stuff. In case you got some stuff up here, I do not. In case you do, and you got to get the block here, that would help you. All right? And something in a way for everybody every once in a while. That's me back. Here you go. All fours. Take your right leg, cross it across your left. See, we all got those moments. Take your feet apart, sit back between your heels. Reach down to this left side, pull the sit bone back and out. Take the right leg. Do that to the right leg now. Sit bone back and out, maybe thigh in. You should feel like this left side got a little closer. Right side got a little closer. Sit up nice and tall. I should have requested this. It's nice, eh? And then, see, this is what wants to happen. This isn't the fold. It's this way. Chest first. Now, that's going to keep you in the back of the hips. If you want to work full Gomukhasana, which is where the arm's going to go up, we want to bring the left arm in front, plug it in. When we bend the elbow, we're going to reach behind. Opposite knee, opposite elbow, right? So right knee up, left elbow up. Right hand out to the side, turn the fingernails forward. Bend your elbow, start to wiggle your hand up your back. If your fingers don't clasp, Drop the strap from your left hand to your right. Opposite arm. Now I use a little feedback here. So I'm pushing my head back into my forearm, and now I feel like I could sit up nice and tall. Now if I want to hinge, I hinge at the hip crease, not at my belly. Yep, one more breath. If you're in that little fold, inhale, come up, control it as you unwind those arms. Yep, unwind those legs, spin back to the all fours. And then we'll swap side too. So you're going to go left over right. If you're tight in the back of the hip like I am, that's my tight hip spot. See how tight I start? I want the front of my right thigh tight to the back of my left knee. Now this is going to pull apart, right? But I'm going to start as neutral as I can. So when I sit back, see, here's where they're going to start to pull apart, right? But at least I had myself set up as neutral as I can be. I know they're going to pull apart. This is my tight spot. So now I reach down to that right side, back and out. Same thing with the left. Sometimes you see the hand goes like this, into the inside of the thigh, and you're going to turn the thigh in, like the inside of your thigh down to the floor. As you take this hand and go out, that's internal rotation. That should feel like your sit bones are going to spread or blossom. And then if you want to stay here, stay here. Otherwise, it's right arm plugs in, reach behind, left hand out to the side, fingernails forward. You're not going to get any more out of this arm. In order to get your hands to clasp, you got to take this right shoulder and go shoulder blade back to the wall behind you. Yeah, left one's basically done. It's at its full range of motion there, or its end range of motion. Yep. And then I use that little feedback, right, to push my head back and sit up tall. And then if you want to hinge, chest goes first. That sneaky chin wants to go first. Don't let it. Big opener on the sides and the back of the hip here. One more breath. Watch the boing as you release. Then unwind those legs. Come back to the all fours. And just reach the one leg back. Open up the knee and the hip. Lower it down. Swap side two. Lower it down. Take a breath here. Step back to plank. And when you're ready, push back to downward dog. See, I just caught myself. I stepped back to plank. It took me 1 second. Right? I was like, oh, not working with my breath. And shit like that happens, right? You just recognize it and you just try to do better on the next one, right? It's okay. Full breath in, complete breath out. Take the feet wide, walk the hands back, come to squat pose, Malasana. Let your knees track your toes. We worked on this the other day a little bit. This wants to happen with your arches. You want to work the outer edge of the feet, try to get them to reroot. Push in, hug in first, then push out. As you drive your elbows down into your knees, your spine will come back to life a little bit here. Yep. And breathe. Power in your upper body by pushing your hands together. Now, stay here if you want to stay here. Those of you who do arm balance, if you want to lift up and work crow, you're going to take your knees. Right now, they're on the outside of your arms. I like to do my crow like that. It's a little more muscle energy. If you want to stack the knees, you certainly can as well. But everybody wants to walk their feet to the midline so your big toe mounds are touching. Then you want to look forward. And as the weight starts to shift forward, your feet are going to get light and they're going to start to come up. Pull your heels to your butt and push your hands down like you're straightening your arms. Nice, y'all. Keep looking forward. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, keep the power in those arms. Keep pushing down into those fingertips and those knuckle pads. Awesome. And then we'll meet all fours, hands, and knees. When you're ready, step back to plank. Push back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Spread the toes on that right foot. Bend the left knee, reach back, grab your ankle, your foot or your strap. See right away how I lean back and my toes can move? See, this wants to happen. This, where I go heavy and I start crunching my toes. But see, my heel's light, and my heel can never be light. I got to keep that heavy. That's meant to dissipate all the weight. So you lean back that touch. You pull the belly button to the spine. You bring the sit bones down to the backs of the knees, and then you draw the heel towards the sit bone. Yep. Then the right arm comes up. You plug it in. Don't worry about kicking your leg back. Hinge at the hip. Don't worry about kicking your leg back. Concentrate on keeping the right heel heavy and the left hip down. Now, when you get out here, pull your hand into your foot, kick your foot back into your hand. Yes. Inhale, come up, release the knee, bring it in front. Bring the arms up. If you want, you could be here, give you a little more balance. Start to look up maybe where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe up at the ceiling. Maybe all the way overhead. Maybe close your eyes. Open your eyes. Exhale, release. See, I bragged about you to my wife last week. I told some of y'all. She was telling me that you got to stand on one leg for 10 seconds. It's like a little, it's like a thing to keep yourself healthy, right? That's the minimum. And I told her we do 10 seconds with our eyes closed. So now I kind of feel like we like literally have to do it with our eyes closed for 10 seconds.
If your eyes are closed, how do you know if our eyes are closed?
I have no idea. This shit's the honor system, right? Like, remember, you get to do whatever you want, right? That's part of this whole game. If you want to work in misalignment, you have that right to do that shit, right? Is that going to make you leave feeling better than when you came? No. And that's always the goal, right? Leave feeling better than when you came. Come on, let's swap. Now I have to look? Okay.
I can tell you right now I'm not doing it.
All right, belly in, sit bones down first. Then the heel draws towards the sit bone, so we get the quad stretch. Then we extend out. Right now we recheck in. Now we want to move further. So see, we're extending away, we're making it harder. We check back in. Then we hinge, we're extending away, we're making it harder. But we check back in by keeping that right hip down. Yeah. Then when we feel we're good, we kick back. Yes. Now inhale, come up, reroute into that left heel. Let the right knee come in front. This would be a little more accessible. This is going to be further away. It's going to be more of a challenge. And then you play. This is also where you're at. Stay here. Keep your eyes closed. Better. If you want to play further, start to look up. Then maybe start to close your eyes. But remember, it's your practice. What do you need in this moment? And then open the eyes. Yeah, and this shit, this is the good shit. This is where your core is catching you, right? You're like, everything's correcting, right? Finding the balance. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. Let's go upside down. It's a little potpourri class, so I got a couple other things we'll try to get into today. If you're at home and you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. And then your knees will be bent. You'll interlace your hands behind your back, reach your heel up to the sky. And then you can take a bunch of breaths and swap into side two. If you are at home or if you're in the studio today, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall, do a pose that feels good to you, okay? Whatever you want to work on. I'm going to talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but you're more than welcome to do handstand, headstand, tripod, pincha, anything you want to mess with, okay? If you want to work your crow to tripod, Go for it. You can link those up today if you want to mess with that. So if you're going to go on your own whenever you're ready, if you want to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. And then from the all fours, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot. Nice, y'all. If you're in downward dog inverted, your knees are bent. If you're in L pose, your legs are straight. Nice, y'all. Take your hands a little bit wider. Walk your shoulders so that they're on top of your wrists. Pick a spot on your mat to stare at. And when you kick up, exhale. And don't think legs to the sky, think hips. Step in and kick. Hips up, exhale when you do it. Yeah, just like that. Yep. Yes. Yes. So walk your feet in just a hair more. Yep. Up, kick from there. Remember, exhale. The exhale is the key, right, to going into the, yes, yes. The exhale is the key to going up into the inversion. What happens when you exhale? What does your belly do? It draws in, right? That means your core hits a connection there. That sounds like some shit that's gonna make us a little lighter, right, to move our way up. Stay here, you got about 30 seconds. So here's what I was talking about y'all could play with, right? You could be here in your crow. You could come under into your tripod. You can come back down. When you come out of this, you want to look forward. See, I got to go this way. See how I'm dragging my forehead? I need to go forward. And jump back to chaturanga is not that far. I feel like we jump a lot. It's not that far when you jump back. It's easy to take your elbows back too far, right? But you can see when I land it, my forearms were straight up and down like this as compared to this. This is where my shoulder gets stressed. So I don't want to jump too far. I want to only jump short. Yes. Now look forward. Yeah. That's awesome. Right? And that's the shit that you do. Like, if you feel comfortable, you try it. Right? You'll notice when it's time to come out of the pose. You'll know, right? Because that's why we're so mindful in yoga. Right? We're not just like doing shit mindlessly. We're not worried about how many reps we can get, right? We're concentrating how many good breaths can we get in a pose, right? All right, I guess we're inverted out. Let's meet on our backs. No, let's meet downward dog. We're gonna do a wild thing. So let's play around a little bit, all right? Downward dog, pedal the heels, swivel, right? Let's start to get the engine running again here. And then come to neutral. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Turn the bicep forward to feel your arm root into your back. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, and slowly step that foot behind you. Now reignite through the legs. Keep working that arm back and curl into the upper back. Maybe reach that arm overhead. Yes, and now breathe. Now big inhale, come back to side plank. Yep. Next inhale, come back to plank.
Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. Remember, stay with your breath. Move slow.
Lock in that side plank. Root the shoulder back. Lift the right leg. Bend the knee. Slowly step behind you. Curl into the upper back. Maybe take that arm up overhead. Breathe. Inhale, come back to plank, the side plank. Then come back to plank.
As you push back to downward dog, bend your knees really deep here. Yep, nice deep knee bend. And then lower your knees, spin around to a seated position.
Nice, y'all. Knees are bent, feet in front, arms are behind you. Your hands are just like downward dog, right? They would be like this, but I'm going to take them behind me. Same shape though. Shoulders are back. Pelvic floor draw up, belly button in, shutters closed. Head and shoulders back, lift the hips. Have your knees stacked up on top of your ankles. Maybe reach your right leg out. Lower down, lift those hips up. Maybe left. Breathe. Lower that left one down, lift those hips. Yep, one more breath, head and throw back. Slowly lower down, lay back. Knees are bent, windshield wipers. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral, hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself that little hug, make those couple small circles maybe. Come to neutral. Rock yourself up. Take your right leg out, bend your left knee. Reach down, grab the sit bone, turn the thigh in, so down on that right leg, your kneecap and your toes are pointing straight up. Left hand goes behind, right hand, the bent elbow to the outside of the knee. Sit up nice and tall, rotate to the up knee side. Right, this is my up knee. This is my down knee. I want to rotate this way. Unless you need to rotate to the open twist, and then you would go the other way. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to place your hands down, the hips come up, the bottom leg goes forward, the top leg goes back to like where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then inhale, unwind. Go for it. Don't let me stop you. Swap side two. If you're going to hit a pose and we're moving, yeah, just the blocks are in your way maybe. Yeah. Swap side two. Kneecap and toes point straight up. Right hand goes behind, left hand over to the outside of the knee. Sit up tall by pushing that right hand to the wall behind you. And then you can twist to the up knee. And then if you want to play with that arm balance, hands go down. See how my outside of my thigh is to the back of my arm above my elbow. This bottom leg goes forward, top leg up and back. Ekapada Kunyasana 1. Yeah, now kick that bottom leg forward. Bottom leg, bottom leg. Yes, yes. Top leg back towards the door. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, yes. Awesome. And then unwind, take the legs out straight. This is a super challenging pose. This is one of the more challenging poses. We haven't done it in a long while, but we're going to give it a little try. So, sit up nice and tall. Take those sit bones back. Kneecaps and toes point straight up. Inhale the arms up. Fold, seated forward fold. See, this wants to happen in seated forward fold. We need our spine to be nice and tall and long here. So try to make the hinge here at the hip crease, not at the belly. So I tend to just kind of creep my hands down my leg a little bit. Because if I do this, my arms are going to want to unplug and my back's going to want to round. So I go little by little. And I keep looking out there. I know I'm not going to get out there, but I keep looking out there. I don't want to look down here, right? Because that's just going to round. And you just slowly work. Your strap would be your friend here, right? Then at the end, right, when you feel you can't get your hip crease any deeper, you go this way. Then you let that upper back go. Inhale, come up. Nice. Exhale, lay back. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Nice reach here. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. And hug those knees to your chest. Take those knees wide. Come to happy baby. Knees are wide, right? Wider than your shoulders. Sacrum is flat. You know, this is edgy for me. Sometimes when I grab my toes in happy baby, I can control it and my sacrum can stay flat. Other times I can't. I mean, I practice with y'all today, so this is a little more accessible. But y'all see me a lot just hold here on my knees, right? This is what's going to bring out the best pose for me. This is what I'm going to. And then you can go side to side, one leg out, both legs out. We got that nice opener in the inside of the thighs and in the back of the hip. And when you're ready, inhale your knees to center. Exhale your legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. More than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. Let your head rest back. Let your body get heavy. The legs stretch and the feet roll open. The arms come along the sides and the shoulders settle back. The eyes close, maybe the tongue softens from the roof of the mouth. And let the body get heavy and the mind get light. It softens back to the breath. We let the heart open. As we get ready to move the practice from the mat into the yoga of life, the practice of life. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. So the breath as it washes over your body, your toes, your fingers, crown of your head, your heart. We reawaken that better version of ourselves. fingers and the toes wiggle. The arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach. Moving in that way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly. You're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. When you're ready, push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful as we softly bow our heads to our hearts, to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. I will not be here tomorrow or Saturday. Carolina will teach tomorrow. Trina will teach on Saturday. I'll see y'all next week. I'll be back on Saturdays, just not this one. I'll be back. I'll be away in July and August, but for June, I'll be back. All right. Y'all have a nice holiday. Have fun. Remember, tell your friends and families that 60 miles an hour in the left lane of the expressway is not fast enough. Okay? Move over. You know them, right? You've seen it.